So, the kids decided to give a heartfelt message to Musa, their father. Abonge starts where she's giving him his flowers. She's basically appreciating him, she's praising him, telling everyone how much of an impact her father has played in her life, how much she loves him, as well as she even gives him a cute gift and hugs him. And you can see that this is something which was so beautiful for everyone to see the impact that Musa has on his kids, but also Musa was so delighted to hear these words from his child. Then Umnini starts, and Umnini immediately is starting to praise his father, and he gets emotional. And the honest truth is, when you're looking at Umnini as an adult, especially the last few episodes, you see that Umnini is very traumatized. Remember, before the father got sick, Musa said there was an issue with Umnini. Umnini started getting quiet. He even took him to the beach and he started crying. And you could see that the issue of his mother not being at home and the mother being sick really affected Umnini. And remember that they're in polygamy, so he's not seeing his father every single day. So can you imagine how that was for the child? He was already so emotional, and then his father falls sick. His father goes in ICU. He sees his father in a very bad state, and you can see Umnin is an emotional child, but more than anything, he's a child. I think he's less than 10 years old. So let's remove this boy child, girl child. He's a child who's now wishing the worst. He's seeing his father's state. He's seeing his father's not the same, and he's at the stage of not understanding what's going on, and he can see the dynamic at home. I really feel and hope that after this whole season, his parents actually see that it's not just him acting up, or he's being dramatic, or he's a crybaby, but this is a cry for help. And honestly, if they don't sort it out, it's going to be a problem later on, because the next person who speaks is Mpumelelo. And let me tell you something, if they did not rectify certain things when Mpumelelo was young, we wouldn't be having the Mpumelelo we have today. So Mpumelelo takes the mic from Umnini. He explains to us that Umnini was so emotional simply because of the fact that he saw his father being sick and he didn't think he would be alive today. And Mpumelelo does not take the time to actually use this as a platform to tell the whole world how much his father means to him, to speak on behalf of his younger siblings. No, he takes this time on his father's 50th birthday to address issues which he's not happy with in the family, like he is the head of the home. Basically says that he is known as the lion of the house. And I actually was like, the lion? More of the clown, not the lion. But he's the lion of the home. And Umacele and Umangwabe were like, yeah, maybe at his home, but definitely not in my home. And he basically says that there's so many problems at home. People do as they please. People are not respecting this home. And he wants to mention things, but he's chosen not to for today. But if these things are not sorted out, we're never gonna move forward. First of all, it's a birthday party where you're celebrating your father who just nearly passed away. Why are you saying this at this time? I'm sure there were so many other family meetings you could have said that. This is the moment where you make it about himself, because now you are diverging all the energy and attention on yourself. And that is what Mpumelelo is. He's a narcissist. Mpumelelo cannot allow attention on anyone but himself. He could not be able to stand there and say, this is how my father has played in my life. This is how much he's taken care of my kids. This is how much he's helped me to be the person I am. Even if he made a joke that he's the lion, but he could have referred back and said, I'm the lion because of my father, Mr. Mufasa, but no, somehow, somewhere, Musa's 50th birthday party becomes about Mpumelelo, aka the lion, aka the solver in the family. Now, I'm so glad that his whole family were like, this is BS. Like, why is he saying all of this now? Because now, not only are people wondering what's going on, but now people are coming here and looking at other people and speculating, And it doesn't look good for Umayeni because of the fact that Umayeni will look like maybe she's saying or feeding something to Mpumelelo, right? But I like the fact that Musa said what we've all been saying, that Mpumelelo thinks he is the head of the house. And he basically said it simple. He said that Mpumelelo should have never said that. Mpumelelo thinks that he must fit his shoes as well as his own shoes. So Mpumelelo thinks he's Musa. Mpumelelo thinks that he can be able to report and tell his wives what to do when his wives report to him. And we can see this with many situations. The way he was able to question Umangwabe about Uzenande, the way he acts like no wife can be able to tell any man what to do with the houses or this yard Mzumbe like it's his, aka that once your father passes away, all that technically belongs to the wives first. Hello. And the only home that you technically have is the one where your mother is in, if we're gonna talk about legalities. But I love the fact that Musa says it like it is. Mpumelelo, instead of him focusing on building his own life, he's yet to even pay lobola for one of these girls. Instead of him focusing on that and building his own yard, Mzumbe, somewhere, he wants to build and focus and bring into the Mzumbe that Musa has already built. And I've always said that there's not a much difference between Musa and Mpumelelo, but the big difference is Musa, from the time he started dating these women, he immediately started the lobola process. He immediately started to try to make them his wife. He immediately started the process of building them their own houses. So instead of Mpumelelo doing that and focusing on that, he wants to focus on Mzumbe because he wants to be the spotlight. He wants to take that position that his father has, and he wants to be that. And if they're not careful, this guy is going to show them flames when Musa has passed away. But anyway, do let me know down below your thoughts on Mpumelelo thinking he is the head of the house. In fact, he said it himself, he is the lion. He is the Mufasa of the Mseleko clan, and he calls the shots. Anyway, we have come to the end of today's video. Do let me know down below your thoughts and opinions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell down below. Till next time, love and light. Bye.